Modi ore te whānau, no mai, hoki mai, welcome back to the practice run. Your frontline pass to the heart of sports station, brought to you by 99 Dreams, inspiring others to chase their dreams with your hosts. Raori, Tuko Rangi and Sam Tarangi. We're diving deep into the thrilling world of the NRL and rugby league today, and who knows where the game will take us tomorrow. From the try line to the sideline, we got your ass covered.
Strap in as we tackle the big plays, the game-changing moments, and the stories that define legends. Whether you're a seasoned vet or this is your first hit-up, the practice run is for everyone. Every run, every tackle, every win, experience the rush with us.
With exclusive insights, couch analysis, and a touch of humour, the practice run is here to keep you entertained, informed, and part of our practice squad. Because here, every practice run takes us one step closer to glory. The practice squad, where every listener is MVP, powering our play, every episode, every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a huge shout out to 99 Dreams for powering our passion. Head over to 99dreams.co.nz and you can cop your very own 99 Dreams paw tie or a 99 Dreams baseball jersey or maybe a black 99 Dreams hoodie. I'm all 99 Dreamed out today, ladies and gentlemen. We drippy, as the young bucks say. We drippy. Anyway, today's show, big show planned, big show. Well, it's the big show. We have the first Kiwis review for you guys. We will be going over what we thought was a so-so performance, right, for a so-so coach, so it is what it is. And then we will also be looking at the wahine or their mahi they did or did not do. And shout out Australia, y'all haven't even conceded a point so far in this tournament. But you know what? At least it wasn't 84 on Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. We'll hold that. Wahine toa, you are still G's. And then we're going to look at the transfer window. With the transfer opening up this Friday? Friday, is it?
Friday.
Friday, ladies and gentlemen. So on Friday, the transfer portal window becomes open. Players can openly communicate with rival clubs. So we'll have a look at some of the club's needs and some of the players that are coming off. We're not going to talk about, the Harley Smith Shields that no one's ever heard of or Ken Maumalo. We're going to be talking about like the Daly Cherry Evans, the Tommy Talal, the Grant Andersons of this transfer window. We're not don't give me no Sebastian Sewer. Give me Leo Thompsons, okay? So only big names. I don't care about these Super League contracts. Big names only, ladies and gentlemen. If you want the Super League contracts, I know, look into it yourself. But before we kick any of that off, let's start our show with some paper, scissors, rock. Is it my turn? It's my turn. Who am I playing? Two.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Feels like I haven't versed you for ages.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, now you know this is how the show goes. Check those bars. Paper, scissors, rock. Paper beats rock, rock beats scissor, and scissor beats paper. We don't keep score. Winners win, losers lose. Are you ready, brother?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, shoot. And up. Oh, scissors beats paper.
Yeah.
Two's on a streak, ladies and gentlemen. Shit. Do we just rip the Band-Aid off? Hey, let's get into it. Kiwis versus the Kangaroos. We'll get into the wahine after that, and then we'll do Samoa after that. But let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Who wants to start this? Oh, I'm negative, so I'm gonna rip. I'm gonna rip into a whole bunch of people, and I'm gonna start at the top.
I don't mind starting. Now, albeit I did miss the first 20 minutes, so I didn't see the first try. Might have been lying in bed, and then when I seen the message, might have been. Actually, I'll be back real quick.
Well, I guess he's not starting off, so, ladies and gentlemen, I'll start.
Sorry. No, when it's raining, the window is open. Yeah. I was like, shit. Right.
Hey, we can
Anyway.
make that shower come through here.
So yes, I caught it from about the 20-minute onwards. From what I saw, things I liked. I thought we were in the game for large periods. It was kind of like a grind, like going back and forth. For me, the overall thing that I saw was we weren't clinical in moments that we had. We weren't able to ice moments, and sometimes all it takes is like moments of individual brilliance to break a game open. And that's kind of what it seemed to me. The Aussie tries were off the back of just one player doing something next level, open it up, and then try time. The ability to like ice players, I thought was the biggest one. Like when they had moments, they took it, and when we had moments, we couldn't quite ice it. Their defense kind of showed out in the end, especially in that second half, how we weren't able to score. Although questions could have been asked why one of them didn't get sent off. Multiple infringements inside the 10. You know, I think we
How's
got
an
like...
Australian ref going to send an Australian player off? It was never happening.
I don't know. I mean, questions were asked. You know, Sean Johnson did say how many. You know, that's got to be too many. Because I don't even know if they got a warning in the end. No, albeit, you know, different infringements, you know, 6 agains. I think there were a couple of penalties for like escorting or whatever. I can't really remember. But legit 10 minutes where we were inside their 10. We got to be better than that. We should be able to score. But you got to give Aussie credit. So I think the minute we didn't score and they got the ball back, you kind of felt that was the beginning of the end. But you know, I like what I saw in patches. I thought we were there. The forwards, I mean, our forward pack's pretty good, so we're always going to have a good platform there. Definitely missing another half.
Yep.
You know, the backs, I don't really do too much from memory. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think Aussie were just a bit too clinical, had a bit too much class, and the individual brilliance kind of showed out in the end, and they were able to come out with pretty decent victory. I think for a first game for us, I don't know if I'll give it passable, but I wouldn't say it was like a fail grade. I think it showed that was our first game together. I would expect them to get better in this next game, and then if we win and then go into the third one, I think that might be a better contest. I think we still got to work on our combinations and figuring things out. But overall, I mean, none of us picked them to win, so it's not like we should be surprised by it. You know, just, we're in the game for large parts of moments, head out, but and when it came to it, we didn't ice it. Aussie took advantage of theirs, and that's pretty much all I got to say, really, on that. I don't know who's going next.
Yeah, no, very much the same. Like, I thought we were good in patches, but just not really consistent. Scoreline in the end looks a little bit better because Crichton just butchered it.
Oh, yeah.
Crichton.
He thought he was playing NFL.
It's one of the things, right, where I look at the scoreline and the scoreline doesn't look bad, and then I think about it and I'm like, well, really, they had extra 6 points. The 6 points, he just dropped the ball. Funnily enough, that was probably the easiest try they scored all night. Oh, well, they should have scored. Yeah, the halves thing is interesting because they named Chance there, and they just never gave him a chance to actually be a half. Like, they never attacked down that edge. They never gave him a chance. From memory, I think they went there once when Sean Johnson wasn't on that edge. Like, if you're going to name him at 6 and then not use that side of the field, then I don't know what he's there for, unless he was there for defense, which, unfortunately, he got smoked on the outside once. But then, that was pretty much it. Like, they did nothing with that edge until Sean kicked across and Warbrick got that try. Which, by the way,
I feel like that was still effort from Warbrick, though, to get away from...
Bro, that kick was so bad.
Yeah, like, he had to put in the mahi to get that try. I was stoked for the bro, too, though. I was like, yo, let's go.
Yeah, me too. Like, it's when we were talking the thing and you were like, oh, you said you felt Kenny had been the best player. I feel like it's Warbrick. But he just doesn't get a chance to do a lot because all his carries right now are coming out of yardage, and then they just never attack that side. So the only chance he got was that kick. Other than that, Crozen, like, I felt like he was all right at dummy half. There were a few times where I thought he should have ran. Like I think he only ran once out of dummy half the whole game. There are a few opportunities there for him to go, but you can also see he hasn't played there the whole season. He's been at 6 for Newcastle, which...
Yeah, why did he play 6 for us?
Be honest, I didn't want to see Nikodima play 9. Like...
I think Crosland will get better with age and time. Like, he's got the goods.
Crosland last year, when he played the full season at 9, was really good for Newcastle. Then this year, he went back to the halves because they have that Brayley issue there. So now when he's got to come back and play 9 and he hasn't played there all season, well, you could tell like he looks a bit out of it. But I think if he went to a club and was consistently a 9, he would look really good.
Do you also think that could have been because Sean was calling shots behind him, trying to get the ball out to X, Y, Z spot?
A little bit, yeah.
With that inexperience in that sort of leadership space within a rep team that Crossan might not be familiar with. He might not be able to tell, Sean, shut the fuck up. Let me cook.
Yeah, well, there were definitely times where he went to Sean. They went to Sean every time. So, like...
They forced that, eh?
Yeah. There were so many times where I was like, it's on, go left. But because Sean's not there, we're going right. But, yeah, like, that's one thing I'm really critical of, like, the Kiwis on. Is that, like, they put Chance at 6 and didn't give him a chance because they just never went that side. Oh, short side? Yeah, let's go there.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Fuck.
It was sort of like that thing we used to too, right? Like, where Aussie has the players who can, like, break a game open. We didn't have it. We didn't have it anywhere. The most we had probably was what? A half an offload? A half an offload might have been the only one we really had.
That wasn't even on.
Hey, man. The one to Kenny was. But, like, other than that, like, we didn't really have much. And it was kind of like what I said in the preview, right? Like, I just don't know where our points come from because I looked at it the same as the Tigers. We don't have the game breakers. We don't have the try scorers, so I don't know where the hell our points come from. And then, yeah, well, we saw it. It was a bloody bad kick. That Warbrick just took Lomax's ankles. And yeah, I don't know. Do I go in on Kenny?
Well, before you get there, let me have my say, man. Let me have some say before we start tearing individuals. For me, that game was lost on our lack of defense. Australia showed a lot more grit and determination in getting to the ball carrier than we did. Like, we were letting Aussie get at least 40, 50 metres up the field before we'd, start getting them to the kick. Like, they were getting 10, 15 metres per carry at some points in that game. So we had minimal defense. Our bench looked pathetic. No offense. Like, how are we going to match their enforcers with Jordan Ricky, with Marata Niokore, We're going to play them through the middle when they're edge players. And don't get me started on Sorensen, man. He looked sorry out there. Barely moved. Dude hasn't played half the season. Why is he starting?
Can I say one thing?
Yeah,
did you hear the commentator when Sorensen finally did something? He was like, Sorensen, an 80-minute player for Penrith. I was like, he hasn't played 80 in forever.
Bro,
So I had a good laugh when they said Sorensen was an 80-minute player at Penrith.
So I'm like, why don't you just start Marata or Niukore on that side? Shift Sorensen to bench backup, injury cover, because, dude, he ain't got the fitness. He ain't played half the season. So what I'm getting to is I think this team is poorly coached. Yes, there's a lack of offense, but if we had a few more set plays up our sleeve, rather than trying to rely so much on individual brilliance, if we could try set something up, if we had a little bit more accuracy in our movements. I mean, we've had a week off to practice and refine moves for the game. All I saw all game is, like Sam said, get it to Sean. If it's fourth tackle, they're still trying to move it to Sean, and Sean's ducking that ball and letting it fall back 4 or 5 meters because he knows he's the only one that's going to kick the fucking thing. So what's up with that? Where was the coaching in that? Stacey let us down. He might have been a phenomenal player, but Unks yanged it as the coach. That's all I'm saying. And I've had issues with coaches all season long. From Brisbane to the Kiwis, it just gets worse, man. It gets worse. And what makes it even worse is the fact we could have had Wayne Bennett. I think even with these players, Wayne could have done something with them. Wayne could have had at least 1 or 2 set moves that we could have used in this game to try and break that Australian defense open. But we didn't have anything. We were relying on a Tapine offload 3 meters out from the line where he was smothered because he thought that was the only way to get this offense moving. We were relying on some spark from Kinney, and he was great on offense. Defensive liability. Timoko didn't do shit on offense. Defensive liability. Warbrick, I quite liked what he was able to do on defense and on offense. Dude should be commended. Isako, we all know why he was put on the team. He was accurate out there, fairly accurate, my man. Can't nudge it. And that try that he scored down there, not bad. Hiku didn't do much wrong, didn't do much right. Unnoticeable. I'll let him slide.
I actually quite liked Hiku's game. Apart from the penalty he gave away where Aussie did score.
Yeah. But
I was like, Hiku's actually had a pretty nice game, and then he did that, and I just see you slayed him in the chat. I was like, oh. It's tough not to agree when he's just giving away a penalty that's directly led to a try.
Yeah, but like it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. You know, that was the one error. That's why I say he's safe. You know, he keeps his jersey next week. Sean, you're lucky we're out of 7s. You're lucky we're out of 7s. There was one moment there I seen where he had a flash of brilliance where he actually ran the ball a little bit. He faded the kick and started to run with it. And I was like, see, that's what we need a little bit more of. Just catch them off guard. You're old, you're retired, you've got nothing to lose. If you tear your ACL, so what? You ain't coming back next year. So be it. Chance, I feel sorry for you. Like, you're a defensive liability, but you didn't get a chance to show us what you can do with ball in hand. You didn't get a chance to showcase what your side was capable of doing that game. So I feel sorry for you. You get a spot. I don't know where. Maybe prop next week. Who knows? They need some. James Fisher-Harris, my boy, you played some hella minutes. You played some hella minutes, my man. And considering the abuse we took from our forwards, I can kind of understand why Kinney and Crossland were caught out there in that Lindsay Collins try. Because I think they had to come in to cover some of those forwards who were tired and retreating because for some reason we only had Big Griff on the bench. Interesting. Crossland. Again, not bad, not great. But like Sam said, you've been up and down wherever the fuck you've been playing all year. So, you know what, to be fair, it is what it is. You're still young. I think you got the goods. You'll be a great 14 in the future when Brandon comes back. Those two will be good to interchange. And if Brandon was there, maybe they could have used him at lock for a little bit as well. Definitely lacked another forward. No Fahu White. Yeah, look, you did all right in the first half. I like what you did there. You were solid. It's just fatigue. It's hard to maintain that intensity throughout the entire game. So I give you a pass. You need backup. Papali'i. He had some good hits in there. He had some good hits in there, but you know, outside of that, the hit-ups were, what's the word I'm looking for? Uninspiring. Your hits weren't bad. I remember that Hiku missed one time. He came flying down there. Coach just called the ball and was like, "Up to, bro." Bang. So that threw me, man. But who else is out there? Sorensen, get your sorry ass off the field. You wasted a prop space. That could have been a prop. Tarp in there. Man, just tuck and dive next time, mother. Tuck and dive. Your first offload, perfect timing. I think just the place and spatial awareness of their second offload that led to the intercept, it was forced a little bit because there was nothing going. I think that was our second set again, and there was just nothing going, and he just tried. And, you know, if it had come off, it would have been magical, right? Everyone would have been singing his praises. It unfortunately didn't. But you know what? I'll give you full credit for trying to do something when, some of our playmakers couldn't get it done. To the bench, Big Griff. Salute Big Griff. You were the big body that we needed when you came on. It felt like the perfect spark that we needed to try and get some of our other big boys rolling again and get the backs halfway up the field so they can do something. Marata, yeah, I liked what Marata did out there. He was, I think deserved of a starting spot next week instead of Scott sorry-ass Sorensen. Yeah, it was when he had dirt in his eyes or some shit when he had to come off, eh? And then who else? Jordan Ricky. Yeah, look, you did all right. You did all right out there, Ricky. I can't hate on you. You're a Brisbane Bronco, so the boys will do that for me. And then Cody Nikorima. I thought he was left too late to do anything. What is he supposed to do? Just come out there and fill a role now because it's too little too late. So hopefully he gets a chance to come in a little earlier next week and show what he can really do against Tonga. That's it from me.
With White, he was good. But fuck, he gave away some stupid penalties.
Do you think that came with the fatigue, though?
He was out there way longer than he needed to be.
Yeah, 100%.
But because we only had Griff on the bench, he had to play longer.
Coaching strategy, right?
I mean, it's also tough because, what props are there that we could have picked? It was one of the things I struggled with when I looked at our team. Were we going to play Trent in that game? Is he a prop?
Trent Loiero?
No. The Penrith kid. Isn't that
I don't think he's a...
He's a half, isn't he?
He's a...
Oh, is he?
He's a half.
Well, yeah, I'm just because I went through it and I looked and I was like, who do we have that props that are available?
Was Leota not considered? Was he injured? Injured, eh?
Because we don't have Leota, we don't have
Nas. Half of our team is just injured.
Yeah.
Leo Thompson.
Leo was suspended. That's why we didn't have a 21.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember who our 20.
So he's back 21 this week.
He should be back this week, so that helps.
There we go.
That's a big help.
Okay, I got some faith now. I got some faith.
Yeah.
But yeah, because there was one thing I noted down where I was like, Niokore and Neem, they were good off the bench, but our bench just felt like we had zero impact compared to theirs.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Because we're bringing on Big Griff, and they've already brought on Ruben Cotter and who was the other one? Oh, frickin' Mitchie Barnett. And we've only brought on Big Griff. So we've got two tired props out there because one of them, I think White got moved to lock, right? So now we've got just one fresh prop, one tired lock, and one tired prop.
Yeah. Well, Fish played the full 40, right?
Yeah.
In the first half, Jesus.
We know he's the man, but he's no Adam Fanua-Blake. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my biggest thing. When I looked at our team, I was like, we have just not really much impact. But then I was like, well, who else do we have that's available? Because I knew Leo was only suspended one game, but I had him in my mind that he was out for the whole thing because he wasn't there for the first game.
I'd fully forgot about Leo.
Yeah, Nas, and then the other. I said it when I was watching. I was like, this is what we're missing. Hughes, we might have been able to live without. The middles, we cannot.
Nah.
Because our middles give us such a massive advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Papali'i, Sorensen.
You agree though, eh? Sorry, he was sorry ass out there, man.
He was sorry, Sine.
Bro.
When I look back on it, I don't think I picked him, right? When I did my team. I took Howard over him because I said, if there's going to be a centre, it's sure as hell not going to be Sorensen. so for him to be not making my team and then he's the starting edge. Yeah, maybe 2-3 years ago.
Bro, facts.
Not
you
this
can't
shit.
tell me you're picking a player who's played 3 games all season. A total of 90 minutes.
But I mean, it's also an issue, right? There's no Niokore should start on the edge. He was
Yes,
really
please.
good when he came in.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
He played with that heart, grit, and determination that we know and love as Kiwis fans.
I was skeptical of him too. I don't think he made my squad because I just hadn't watched a lot of the Warriors.
Well, it's because he was injured at the start of the season, and then he kind of came right towards the back end of the season, and then he was in my fantasy team. So I've been big on Neil Kudek this season, only because he was on my fantasy team. Not a great point scorer, but scores enough considering my team sucked. So,
But no, he was good. He should get a jersey again. Cody has to start next week. They can't put him at 14 again. Because they left him off too long. And if Crosland's going to start at 9, he has to have an option to go to the left side of the field. If it's Cody, they probably get the chance to go there. Now, do I worry about Tonga just saying, we're specifically running at Cody? Absolutely.
yeah, that's going to be tough.
But
we'll talk about that on Thursday show.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he was. They took too long to get him into the game.
Way too long.
But I also, if the plan was strictly to take off Phoenix and play him at 9, because they thought Chance was gonna be able to play 6. I feel like at halftime you realize we're never attacking there.
Do we have a backup 9 for Crossland? Because bro, he looked ragged when he came off.
Well, it doesn't help because Brandon Smith's injured, Jeremy Marshall King's injured. Unless we're gonna put Aaron Clark as the 14th man, but I don't want to see him as a hooker.
He got called up, eh?
Yeah, he was our 18th man.
Shit.
I've seen him play hooker before.
Why did they put him as prop? He's a prop. Why did he start? Why wasn't he on the bench? Not great, but fuck, he's a prop.
Who knows, man?
Who knows?
Bro, see what I mean about Stacey as a coach? I was never high on it to begin with, and I've been talking shit all season. This is what we get. This is what we get. New Zealand Rugby League getting too cocky with, we'll select in-house. Now look, we suck. We're picking fucking second rows to cover the fucking props.
This game.
It was only the first game. They'll hopefully be better against Tonga because then if they lose, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Nah, they've got another game.
What?
The loser of next week
plays the winner of the thing game.
Papua New Guinea or some shit.
Yeah.
Bro, imagine if we lost that and we get relegated. Lol. Can we become second tier? Can we play Origin? You talk about how hard it is to become a tier 1 nation. How hard is it to become a tier 2 nation?
I would assume you can't go backwards.
Brothers, what if we get Reese? Oh, not Reese, fucking Kalen. Because he regress. We tier 2. Fuck, that would be on. Dreams are free, but fuck.
He just needs to come over anyway. Just win one more Origin, then come over.
Nines.
Is he allowed?
Nah, because someone said that nines, that Aussie nines thing.
That nines that happened once.
Yeah.
Yep.
KP?
Oh, that counts you as Aussie.
KP, my
man,
boy, you could have been. You could have been black and white, my boy.
It could have been our 6.
Come over.
Could have been our everything. Could have been a prop, my boy.
Honestly, I kid you not. Watching some of the shit Sean Johnson did on the weekend, part of me was kind of like, maybe they should have called Benji. maybe they should have said, Benji, what you doing?
Might as well hit up Thomas Lulawai. Lance Ohio.
He got a shout out.
Yeah.
In commentary, I was like, I thought I had heard this name for the last time.
The Kiwis haven't called up a Super League player since Thomas Lulawai.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Overall ratings, boys. What was that game to you? Was that we'll give it an alphabetic grade. Go to
An alphabetic grade. First game of the season, still coming together. I'd give them probably it'd be a C, maybe a C plus.
C's get degrees. Okay.
Yeah, I liked moments, but we need to be icing moments. So yeah, I'd give them a passing grade. They got to be better next week, and I think they will. And then that final, we'll see what we're made of. But yeah, that's me.
Wait, why didn't Adam Pompey get a call up? Is he still injured?
I don't know. Do you want don't the Waz hate him? Don't Waz fan don't like him?
Man, he developed all right this season. He was probably their best centre.
I don't know.
I give them an incomplete. I have more questions after that game than I do before. Because they just didn't attack one edge. They just didn't attack one edge.
They were never going that way. You could tell the minute Chance got named at 6, it was just never going that side.
I feel like they should have
swings.
I feel like they should have seen what Sean was dishing up and saying, well, that shit ain't working. Maybe this one will. They had an answer for everything Sean was doing.
No, they gotta save it for
final grade. Final grade.
Who, me?
Yeah.
It's incomplete.
Damn. Also, Fano, sorry that we haven't really given a feedback on Australia. It was we're still hurting. Okay, fuck Aussie.
You want the Aussie recap? Go watch all this shit. They've got enough. They've got enough shows where they're gonna go suck everyone off over there.
That is true, and it's not like we were heavily biased towards the Kiwis, like why they lost. We're not making excuses for them. We just identified why they lost. Shit coach, terrible defense, no attacking options. Those are the 3 fundamental errors that let us down. Oh, and our lack of a bench, but that comes under poor coaching. My final grade, look, our first half, I'll give that an A+. The second half, I'll give that an F. On average, that brings it to a C-. Not quite a passing grade. Unfortunately, I'll see you back here next semester, ladies and gentlemen. And that is our Kiwis recap. Let's jump in real quick now to the Wahine. The Kiwi Ferns took on, completed their match against the Jilaroos, and the Jilaroos have had a flying start to the season with another 0 victory against our poor girls. Let me pull up the results. I can't remember what the final score was.
Was it 14-0?
Yeah. 14 zip. To be fair, it's 70 points less than what they scored against Papua New Guinea. So we can hang our heads high. They didn't score 1 point per minute this game. It was, I think, 6-0 all the first half, and close to the second half, halfway through the second half, I think that's when they scored 2 more tries. I thought it was a solid game from the Kiwi Ferns. I think their game is lacking at the moment where we used to back in the day. You know, the Jilaroos benefit from having Origin. They benefit from already having games where at least half the team has played together before, right? Or, you know, have combinations with one another. Our Kiwi Ferns, we just rely on pure strength, mongrel, and precision to get us over the line. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's what the men's teams used to do. You know, look at all our Anzac tests back in the day. I don't even remember the last one we won, like in the 2000s. I'm pretty sure we lost all of them. But most of our wins weren't based off of our skill, wasn't based off of combinations. It was all based on just mongrel, running at their faces and just running them over, smashing them late after they kicked the ball or passed the ball. That was my favourite. It was always Billy Slater just getting taken out by Steve Matai. That lives in my head rent free. Like Billy Slater already passed the ball and Matai just goes boom, hospitalised him. Didn't actually hospitalise him, but Yeah, so I feel like it's unfortunate for the Kiwi Ferns. We've got some great names. Maybe if they had Stacey Walker, her undefeated streak at the moment, could have got them the win. But yeah, look, just full credit to the Jilaroos. What they're able to accomplish with this team is phenomenal. They have, the likes of Jess Surgis, Isabel Kelly, two of the most dominant centres in the competition at the moment. Then they've got the halves, Ellie Brigginshaw. I can't remember who was the other half because Surgis came in and removed someone. She was named as 18th woman again. And then, their forwards just putting a platform for the backs to just, get those treats. So overall, I was really impressed by this game and continue to be impressed by the Jilaroos' dominance.
Yeah, I'll just jump in quick. I'm not going to lie. I actually didn't watch the game. I think I forgot about it. Just as like I forgot about the Kiwis game. So I kind of got no comment on it. But, I mean, from the score, 0-14, not bad, I'd say. They didn't get smoked like I thought they might. Just looking at the stats real quick of some of the players. What do we got here? I mean, Uppy Nichols, 17 runs for 108 meters. Mele Lafanga, 13 runs for 109 meters, 41 post contact. So it looks like our outside backs did pretty good. I don't know what the combo of Gale and Tyler King look like. I don't know, I think when I picked her, going to the NRL, I don't think I had her in the halves. I think I had her as a hooker or playing as a ball playing 13, but so yeah, look, I don't really got much to say. Unlucky. Hopefully they'll get back and take this one on the chin and learn from it. Some learnings, yeah. But obviously it'd been cool to see Stacey in there, get some meters there, and then I don't know whether they have another half or another prop to go at it with the big girls from Aussie. Oh, yeah, that's all I got really.
Yep, I watched the basketball. That's all I was doing. I was watching the basketball, man. They put the game on the Sunday and expected me to remember.
Anyway, well, what you're saying is a rebuttal for the Kiwis to get some bigger girls to match theirs. The difference between our girls and theirs is they've got stamina.
Yeah.
Their big girls can continue to go. Their edges are athletic. They're dynamic. They're locked. Phenomenal. So it is going to be hard, but the New Zealand game is developing for women. I like seeing all our athletes coming through. Next year, do we see a Portia Woodman in there? I'm excited at the prospect of our Kiwi Ferns, especially coming into the 2026. Or was it 2025? Is it 2020? No, it's 2026, eh? The Rugby League World Cup.
I don't know. I think so. That sounds about right.
Let's go. Rugby League World Cup. It's soon.
Yeah, I know. Because they're both soon.
27.
26. And then do we go woman? 25.
Weren't they trying to figure out where it's being hosted? Oh no, it was meant to be somewhere else, but then they pulled out, so now it's in Aussie. Right?
Yeah. I think so.
Do we get a game? Come on, Aussie, give us some games.
Bro, facts, eh? Do we as a podcast save up and we try to get to the World Cup final?
Oh, we got to go to some game, surely.
We need to. We need to put on the calendar once the Warriors schedule comes out next year. We should try and get to a game. Maybe not.
We got to get to one game. Yeah.
We'll try and find a mutual game that we can all want to go to, and then we'll try to get to one of those games this year. Which game, who knows? But I think 2026 is the Women's Rugby League World Cup as well. It was originally supposed to be in 2025, but they had to reschedule, and it will be 2026. So, look, we've got 2 years to build a solid Kiwi Ferns team, but I think we've got all the tools to get there. Moving along now to our trade window segment, right? I'm literally just stealing this idea from Bloke in a Bar. I don't care. I seen him post it. Now I'm taking it. We're taking it. This is now the practice runs transfer window. Brought to you yet again by Uber. Shout out to Israel Mann for the sponsor. Poor little girl, 4 years old. Arch. You know what gets me is they're trying to sue the club. I'm like, the club had nothing to do with it. We just paid him. We don't control what he does with his money. We don't realize he puts it up his nose and crashes into infants. We don't endorse that. That's not Brisbane behavior. Anyway, shout out Uber for not actually sponsoring this. All right, where do we start? Who's some of the big names off contract?
Should we go this year into next year?
Yeah, sure.
Because
I think the biggest name off contract right now is Josh Adokar, right? He'd be the biggest name that teams can swoop up. Well, the biggest name that's not going to jail.
Yeah.
Too far?
Because that's really it.
Oh, this year is not looking good.
Yeah, I'd say
this transfer window.
Yeah, like the ones who can leave immediately. Yeah.
I don't know. If we're looking at people that can make an impact and go to a new team, there's not that many. These are names that I'm looking at, all looking like depth signings. Someone that, if someone wants to get injured, be called up, or to, I don't know, maybe mentor the young ones coming through.
Yeah,
but no real
Anthony
names.
Milford gonna mentor.
Based off this year, Jordan McLean was really good, but he's old. He's old and he's injury prone. Like, he was really good when he did play for Queensland, though, for the Cowboys. So, like, he's one, but I think he's 34 next year, so,
Oh.
Yeah.
That's when you start having back issues.
Yeah, so, if you're looking at them purely for this year, Matt Lodge has games occasionally where he's good.
Well, he's not injured. Or suspended.
But I also think he's signed for next year, so,
To who? The judiciary?
I think he might have re-upped, potentially.
Did he re-up?
Nah, I don't think it's Manly. It's another Sydney team, isn't it?
I wouldn't have a clue.
And I also think Martin Tapu is not available anymore. He is in contract negotiations with Madge. Madge said, don't go anywhere just yet. Let's sit down and have a chat. Madge likes what he can do. I liked what he could do in 2015. It is 2024. They are not the same player. I don't think he's been the same player since he converted to Samoa. And I'm not mocking you guys. But did you win? Anyway.
Did you win?
Did you?
No, they couldn't help themselves.
Even with Roger. We'll talk about that last. I forgot to talk about it. We'll get there. We'll get through this.
There's also someone I do want to give a shout out to when we get a little bit later on. I was meant to do it back in not the All Blacks, the Kiwis. Yeah.
We'll give huge shout outs later too. I need to write that down. We had some other victories, but continue. Someone carry this for a bit.
Well, Matty Eisenhuth, he's just re-upped. He's good at times. Other times he's bad. Bro, this has not been updated.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Tom Eisenhuth, I don't know what's up with him, but he was really good for the Dragons at the start of the year. But towards the back end of the year, he showed his age. Because he's another one that's old.
Is my Gee, I swear that just makes me stutter every time, eh?
Well, my oh, no! My papalangi. Bro, here's the thing too. I know I could say the name, and then the moment I gotta say, my papalangi. I think he's off to England.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the rumor that he's off to England.
It's not God Save the King. It's God Save my career.
Yeah, anyone know what's going on with JTB?
Who? Oh,
Jermaine.
Tonor Brown.
He needs a new team. he's kind of falling down a picking order there.
Well, he was he was good 2-3 seasons ago. I don't think he played a game this season. If he did, I don't know when.
I think it might have been an injury thing, and then I don't know if he's back, but now he's just stuck behind everyone else. They've kind of taken their next step up, and there's nowhere for him really to fit in the
Yeah,
team.
because what he's got to play behind McLean, Big Griff, Tom Lolo. Who else they got?
Cotter.
Cotter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Cotter.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
There's just no space, my boy.
Yeah.
Unless they injured. No one's even breed him up yet because I'm looking at his I just typed their name in and then go news articles and yeah, there's nothing on the bro.
Who
Who could use him? Who'd be a team that could use him? Probably Brisbane.
Yeah,
Well,
depending on what teams need, right? Like, what Brisbane kind of needs.
It's one of the things that we said right when we talked about the MyGM thing. There's not a lot of middles, so like any team that needs middles needs him, but it's whether or not he can actually play.
Just finished rehabbing.
Train and trial contract. Train and trial, brother. Bulldogs need a middle, right?
His name is Young Maney.
What?
He's a rapper. That's the #1 news article. The front row to hip hop. Meet the rep footy star who just passed 1 million streams on Spotify. Jermaine Tolnor Brown, or Young Maney, to his hip hop fans. My boy, spend some time in the gym. Get your leg right. You might get some minutes, my boy.
Holy. Let's go to 2025, eh? That year looks way more exciting.
Yeah.
But I knew this year was bad, but as I scrolled down, I didn't realize it was this bad.
Well, it is that bad. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, players off contract and free to negotiate with new teams as of Friday for 2025. I'll start with some of my big names because there's a few that were in conversations with other clubs, but I think have kind of pulled back and they're waiting for someone's blood test to come through. I won't name names, but you know. Look, Madge has had conversations with Katoni Staggs. He really wants Staggs to stay with the Broncos. He had told Staggs that he was on his radar last year for Origin. However, he didn't select him just because there were other players he thought deserved a chance just ahead of him, but not by a long shot. And especially as Staggs ended his season, he was really impressed and was probably earning himself a call-up next season. So Staggs is one of his #1 targets. Now, Selwyn Cobbo has been linked in recent weeks with the Cowboys, noting that he does want to stay in Queensland somewhere where he is open to find out. However, if Ezra Mam's contract does get terminated, that frees up that $1 million that he was occupying. That money could then be evenly spread between Staggs and Cobbo, which means we would be able to retain them both. Obviously, not just Ezra Mam's contract alone be able to be spread over them, but his contract with the remaining salary cap that we do have. Another player that he really wants to see stay is Kobe Hetherington. And I'm hoping we keep Blake Moser, Xavier Willison, Staggs, Cobbo, and let's go with Jensen. The rest can all go. I think Reynolds is on his last season anyway, so I don't think he's going to re-up. I hope he doesn't try to re-up. I mean, I like him. You know, great player. Does a lot for our team, but I'm not rooting for no injured 7. Like, man, he more broken than a CD. That you try to play a scratch CD, that's him playing. You just can't get to one track. That's the Brisbane Broncos.
There's a name that's been floated around from the Storm, Jonah Pizzett. Because of the Hughes and Munster contract, there's potential that he wants an out clause, or he might do the Harry Grant thing and do a what do they call it? Like a transfer and play somewhere else for a year?
Oh, loan.
Yeah, like a loan. Wondering if you would maybe look at him or someone of that caliber. I mean, if Adam Reynolds is gone and Ezra Man does get the boot, you're out not one halves, but two halves. Or just people
Yeah.
that play in the middle. So you have to fill that in somewhere. Are you bringing in your young buck? What's his name? Is it Cody?
Black.
Yeah.
Kobe.
But is he ready though?
Nope.
Yeah.
He'll be
so,
like Dearden and Walker. He'll play here, get ostracized, they'll leave and go to another club and then become Origin
and
players.
become.
Yeah.
What about the Ben Hunt? You wouldn't consider bringing him back?
I think they are considering him. They're waiting to see what happens with the Bros blood test. If it comes back positive, then yeah, he's a court case away from jail. Him and Taylor May will be playing on the all-state penitentiary sides. I would I'd welcome a Ben Hunt. I'd welcome a Jonah Pezzett. I want to see Kobe Black get the chance to come play for us. I'd hate to see us lose him. I know the Broncos have just signed to our feeder club, Little Coates, Xavier's younger brother. Don't know his first name, but we'll just call him Jermaine. Everyone's name's Jermaine or Jerome. There's about 1 billion of them. So Little Coates. I think he's a winger too, so watch out. Jesse Arthurs, your spot's up for grabs.
Oh.
Well, we know it ain't our boy Dean. If Dean's playing on the wing, he is the number one wing in Brisbane. I don't know if
play him
Madge has him as a centre. Bro, facts. But if we bring back Selwyn and we bring back Katoni, those are 2 centre spots taken. Dean shifts back to the wing.
I'm just quickly looking at the rest of the list, and there's one name that sticks out to me, and he's kind of been mentioned before, Jaden Brayley from the Knights. I wonder if he could maybe be moved on. And there's one team that used to be good when they had a 9, but now they're kind of shit. Speaking of the Eels, I wonder if he'll be a good fit there, because when they had Reed, I think they underestimated like what he brought to the team, and they've looked different without him being there. It's one thing that they're missing. They still got the pieces, but they don't have that 9 to kind of, I don't know, I guess control the show or even just share the ball around. Jaden Brayley, I mean, he's always injured, but he's a half decent 9. He's pretty. I mean, I think he'll be better. He's better than what they got. So I'm wondering if that's someone that could. I don't know if it won't totally shift the needle, but they only need minor upgrades. I mean, they're thinking of letting go Gufferson, or are they just in full rebuild mode? Are they in rebuild mode and just going to get rid of everyone? I mean, Campbell Gillard's gone. They're floating Clint Gufferson. Who's the next domino for? Junior Polo, maybe?
Yeah. Too much money, man.
Well, you say they're a few pieces away, or they've got pieces. They definitely got pieces, just not theirs. They got someone else's pieces. They're not fitting together. When you mix 5 different jigsaw puzzles together, or when you're trying to build the sky in a jigsaw puzzle, and they're all different shades of blue. That's what this team is. They're not fitting in the right spot, and I just don't think, even with a 9, the Eels can transcend back into top 4 contention like they were not so long ago.
Yeah, they were a devastating team. Surely Moses doesn't miss the whole year. Dylan Brown will be better. Or you think he'd be better? Zach Lomax on one wing, locking it down.
What is it? Iongi.
Oh, the one from Panthers, yeah.
So they've also signed another fullback. They've signed another young gun fullback. They signed your guys one, right?
Oh, yeah. They signed 2 of our players. Fuck, I can't believe they took Jordan Samrani. Yeah. Josiah Papali.
Fullbacks.
Oh, no.
Who they want to play?
Now, Jordan is a outside back. I think he's a centre second rower, but can also play, he plays on an edge. Josiah was groomed to be our full-time fullback. I think he just fell down the picking order, Connor Tracy kind of took that spot, and then Hayes Perham got knocked down, and I don't know how he lost the battle to Hayes Perham, but fuck. And then you have what's his name? The one we got from Souths that can play fullback and everywhere. So there was no his clear path to first time or to first grade was just taken away from him, and yeah. Because I also don't realize Bailey Hayward was as old as he is. He's 23. For some reason, I had him as a 21-year-old.
What do you mean old?
Yeah, I mean, still young, but because I'd heard his name for a few
Getting
years, I
ID
thought he
at the
was.
bottle store.
I thought he was coming through as like a 16, 17-year-old. So he's kind of just hitting his prime too. Or really.
Going along the Eels, I haven't actually got the contracts up, but bro, they've got big worries, eh?
Yep.
Both of their halves have out clauses. Mitchell has an out clause, and Dylan Brown has an out clause.
I don't want to see Mitchell anywhere near Bondi. I will quit.
You better
NRL
close your
if he's
eyes when he ends
anywhere
up
near
there.
Bondi.
What do you mean? If he goes to Bondi, you guys might get Sam Walker on the 1.5 mil?
So Angus Crichton said to the media, they asked him about Sam Walker. He said he's been helping Sam try and find property in Sydney. So it doesn't look like Sam's going anywhere anytime soon.
Was this coming from Angus Crichton that was almost going to another team when they signed David Fafita and then he backflipped?
Yeah.
And then they ended up, no, we do want you, bro. Stay here.
Are we talking about Sydney that also has like 2/3 of the comp? You might be going somewhere.
I doubt he'd leave those comfy cushions that the Roosters provide in first class on their private jets and shit like that. You ain't getting that. You ain't getting that in Parramatta.
The Roosters also aren't paying 1.5.
Yeah, you never know, man. Desperate times.
They'll pay 1 mil on the books and then the other half off the
other 5 will come
how
with
they
the private
do.
jet.
You know, it's 1 mil on the books, 3 mil everywhere else. Well looked after.
One thing I was going to talk to you guys about is where does Big Leo go? We talked about him coming back for the Kiwis, hopefully this week. Where does Big Leo go? He's expressed to the Knights that he wants to test his value on open market.
Yes,
now,
he
ladies and gentlemen,
does.
this isn't like the NBA where, you know, you just test free agency, but you can still come back if you want. This is like... it's unprecedented kind of the way these younger players are going about all these contract negotiations. Back in the day, you kind of just stayed at that club till the club don't want you. It's fun seeing these players wanting to leave and test their value on the open market. So where do you think he goes, not where do you wish he goes?
Depends what he wants to do, really. If they got
money versus ring,
I don't know if they got money to hold him. Well, if he wants money, then I think he should probably go somewhere else. And if he wants a ring, he definitely should go somewhere else. So I don't know how loyal is he to the Knights. I don't know. Obviously, I want him to come to us. We need a prop, and I think he'll fit in quite nicely where we are. He might have to work on his fitness. Yeah, of course we got the money.
They do have the money.
Yeah.
One thing Gus has been very firm on. We don't have money for all these other players. We've got money for a front rower.
We have money for certain positions, but we also capped out at a certain level. So if you're a prop and you're wanting like 7, then I'd say you're out of our limit. If I had to guess, I'd say our limit would be, if I had to guess, 650, 7. If they think that game changing, but that's where I think.
Disrespecting him.
Hey, how many pubs are you guys throwing at him?
No, I'm just saying, that's where I have it in my head.
Get him at 7.
He needs a street named after him in Belmore. He needs 9 kebab shops.
Yeah.
And he needs him a Habibi wife.
Where does he go? Well, he doesn't go to the Sharks.
Delusional Warriors fans, he ain't coming to use.
Really?
Why would he want to sit behind Mitchie Barnett, James Fisher-Harris?
Well, my thinking behind it is Mitch says, I miss Aussie. Mitch came from Newcastle. Mitch
going back to the Knights?
I'm not saying that. It doesn't have to be the Knights, but like the logical swap would be those two if, say, Mitch wants to leave.
I think Mitch wants to play out the rest of his contract with the Warriors because they've given him the lifeline that has, catapulted him to rep footy and to leadership positions.
It's one thing. Like I can't imagine him leaving, but like and like in this exercise, right? If Leo's going to go anywhere, then it's a hypothetical that we have to at least talk about. As that Mitch says, like I want to go back to Aussie, family, yada yada yada. You know, and then it's like, well, that money for Leo is already allotted for that position anyway. So if they could get Leo and then say, all right, Mitch, you can go elsewhere. Because the other thing is, and it's kind of what I was going to say, is a lot of players have options in their contracts now. That's what Leo's option is. So he's out after next year, I think it is.
Yeah. Well, because I was going to float this one. Do Penrith got the money?
I can't imagine so.
They might not
But I
have the
guess-
money, but that's a lot of places people will consider.
Yeah,
You have to
taking a
at
pay
least,
cut.
you at least have to listen to them. They reckon he's on 300, 350, Leo Thompson.
He's
Yeah,
not.
'cause
He's
he'll be on
on
that rookie
more.
contract.
No, he's on more.
Really?
I saw a thing that had him at 700, and that's
Super
why
C?
that's why they're
Is that what he's
No,
looking
that's-
for his next one?
no. It was that he's on that much. That's why their salary cap's so screwed the way it is.
Yeah.
It's because
Like,
Brayley's
players
on.
have to leave.
Brayley's on a lot. Hastings is on a lot. Leo's on a decent chunk. Like there are a lot of players there on big money. And if you're going to be on big money in a club, that's also going to suck.
They're just too hit or miss. They just rely too much on Ponga. Dude has
They
to
do.
literally drag them to the fucking playoffs.
It's where could we see Leo?
And then he almost won them that game until he lost it.
Could we see Leo go to a Dolphins?
Oh, yeah. I just feel like that in terms of coaching, wouldn't be the best.
Oh, but if we're doing the
Opportunity.
coaching thing, there's like 5 clubs you go to.
Yeah, I only say that because I still think he's got a lot more to learn in this game. And to become a better player, he needs to go somewhere, in my opinion, where there's a coach that can get the best out of him. That's Melbourne. That's Penrith, Souths, Sydney, Roosters.
How old
Souths
is
definitely
he?
don't have the money.
24th.
Melbourne don't need him. Melbourne has Stefano, they have Nas, they have Josh King. Josh King's coming off contract in 2025, so they're probably going to re-sign him because he's really good. He's really good. Penrith, they probably do need a middle because next year they're going what? Leota.
Nah, isn't your boy?
Yeah, Lindsay Smith.
Doesn't he
Liam
step up as the
Henry.
prop?
Oh, probably.
Oh, so
yeah.
you're not that faithful in him?
Who? Probably.
No, the other one.
Oh, Liam Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, Lindsay Smith. Yeah, I am. But I'm saying,
Is he
like,
the starting prop?
what, for next year?
Yeah.
I'd imagine so. Unless they're gonna move Yo to.
Yo ain't going nowhere.
He's
I
13.
can't imagine.
They ain't got a 13 for Yo. If Yo moves there.
Yeah, they do.
Well, they got eyes in you.
Papali'i.
Nah, does he go? Yeah, where is he? He's probably coming off the bench or going to an edge.
Who?
And then
Papali'i.
No way.
Scott Sorensen will be back on the bench.
He'll be on the bench. Papali'i. Fuck, he might be the starting prop.
Yeah, he'd be prop.
Because
But then they're not gonna chase Leo.
because they start Liam Martin, they start Garner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Ghana.
Ghana,
Which is
Right.
which when we did the rebuild, right? That's why I said like they don't really need middles because some of their edges are gonna have to play in the middle. Like
Need them
Yeah, 'cause they got
hybrids,
all the
man.
edges.
Hybrids.
That's what the Kiwis are trying to do. Play the edge game. All we got is edges.
They're not even our top tier edges.
Far, not even. Maverick Guy comes off contract. Where do we see him go? He's not a huge name, but I guess he's like an up and coming.
I
do you
think
think
he
the
might be
Panthers can-
he might be up and going to the Super
He-
League. I think he might be one of those ones who
Just lived off the family name.
Good enough,
He
but-
should have gone to the Storm when he had the chance.
might
Storm were chasing him, and he said, "Nah, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay at the
He just wanted to be a
Panthers."
legacy player, eh? Like his
Yeah.
parents. Play for the Panthers. It's fun.
There's him. I've got a bunch of names here.
hard to crack that crack that team, man.
Very hard.
It's
Who's
Like, yeah,
Tony
like-
Francis?
He's a half, isn't he? No.
I just
Wait.
see him in the Titans names. It just threw me off. I've never seen you in a team lineup, and I've read.
He's Queensland Cup.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Well, yeah, well, the names I've got for 2025, Paps, where do we think he goes?
I think he re-ups.
He re-ups?
I think he re-ups. And that
Alright.
forces out
Fa'alonga.
what's his name?
Where does he go?
Fa'alonga. Who needs a fullback? Probably the Roosters. And Tedesco goes.
He'll be stuck behind him for.
Nah, man.
Uh,
No, realistically, where do I think he could go? I mean, the Souths have a fullback vacancy. Their fullback should be in the centres.
They can't afford him.
yeah. So that's one thing, right? Like, we can talk about a lot of these players. South isn't an option unless they're losing someone.
Yeah, South just can't afford anyone.
Yeah.
Knights? Nah, Knights have fucking...
I mean, the team that always pops up, right, is the Dragons. They almost seem like, if you're a free agent, the Dragons are going to at least, like, look at you. They'll entertain it.
I struggle with them because Flanagan's got his style of player, and if you aren't it, he don't want you.
That's true. You got to fit the Flano mold.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
who's? Oh no, it's Hammer.
look, man, I can't see him really going any Raiders, but it also depends on how they view.
Yeah.
But they got their young buck coming in, who
Chevy Stewart.
Chevy. Is he finally
He won,
ready
he
to
won
make that
Player of the
step?
Year for their New South Wales Cup, or like their version of that. He was their Player of the Year.
Not
They were really good, eh?
surprised.
Yeah, for their deval team. I think it was even like New South Wales Player of or Fullback of the Year or whatever the hell it was for that comp as well.
Oh, true.
Yeah. For Origin under 20s or whatever it was. He is up there.
There's a lot of these players. They need that 18th team to come.
Yeah.
They need the 18th team to come because that's their real shot at getting a thing. Unless,
Well, if you're a fullback, it is, because there's so many fullbacks on the market.
yeah,
How many of them are actual fullbacks, though? I feel as though the agent just says, yeah, you're a fullback.
actually,
Just fucking try.
the
get your
Roosters might
fullback
not be a
money.
bad shout
That's what I'm saying, because
because they'll be 26.
Yeah.
They'll be 26. He re-upped for a year though,
Teddy.
but yeah,
but
but still,
aging.
Teddy in 26.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like the Roosters might not be a bad shout because I can't imagine we're seeing Teddy in 27.
Teddy in 26 is going to be like KG back in Minnesota. Ouch.
I have to say, and I mean, we know Roosters have money.
They
I mean,
do.
they lost his two starting centres. I just don't think Billy Smith's the answer because that dude's made of glass.
Yeah.
Dude takes one step injured.
Yeah.
Tupou's still there, Dom Young's still there, so there's wingers are in place. It's just their centres. Oh, and they need a 6 as well, right? Because things got... Sando.
We don't know what's
Smith.
happening with Sandon Smith.
I don't know.
He's another one who got into some trouble.
I don't think he's the answer as well, man. There's just not many elite halves, right? That's why they get paid. Well, you think they would then? Yeah, I don't know.
Who were some other players I had? Kai Piss Paul. He's only 23.
Yeah, he's young as.
Yeah.
He's a wicked player.
Yeah,
he's going to develop really well.
He's off contract at the end of 25, so...
Surely, with the amount of the players the Knights are losing, they'll be able to retain some of them.
Honestly, I think it's a matter of who actually wants to stay.
Or are they blowing all these contracts up just to keep KP?
Did one of the twins get shifted?
Saifidi?
Yeah. Who did he sign?
One of them did the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone to the Dolphins.
Jacob or Daniel, one of them.
I think it's Daniel.
They need... I mean, obviously, they're waiting for Hastings' deal to come off the books. And then... Who's the other half? Cogger.
Oh yeah, and Price.
Price is off contract at the same time, but
Price is the one
unless
that,
they're really going to give him a run, like
yeah, he's the one that John's boys were talking up, eh?
Yes,
yeah,
the
but
one
like
that Joey.
his debut was really good, and then his next game was
Really not.
nah.
And I like when's he coming off? Bloody Fletcher. What's his name? First name Fletcher.
Fletcher Sharp.
Marks. Fletcher Sharp. When's he off contract? I like him, man. He's a good player. He's a fullback that you can get a team around. I need to see more of him this year coming, but I was impressed.
Was he
with
the
what I saw
winger
from
that
him.
keeps scoring?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He's a fullback.
Oh, well, he's a winger for them.
Zach Labour, he's off contract.
He
But
was
he's also
good
one
when
of
he
the.
was
He's
healthy.
what was that?
Is he the centre?
Yeah.
Good
But
when he was
he's-
healthy.
So the reason why the Cowboys let Val go is because next year he was on 1.5 because of
Oh,
that contract he signed. Because of that contract he signed and the way it's scaled, he was on 1.5 next year. So they said with Val going, he basically his money was just getting spread across all their youngsters to keep them there. Because the Cowboys apparently have, if you read their Reddit, not their Reddit, if you read all their message boards about the young guns, they've got really good young guys coming through, but that's 2, maybe 3 years away.
Yeah, they always got young guns, good young ones, don't they? Remember when they had KP, Brandon Smith, and Viliami Cookout? Okay, now.
They have kicks.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because I remember Brandon Smith saying, KP, yeah, he was always a star, but they were but the idiot that let Cookout go. They were like, who lets Cookout go? Yeah, he was there.
Jesus. No, it's with Sharp.
Yeah, unless he's under contract. Yeah. Widemu Greg? I like him.
Well,
Does he get used at the Eels? No.
When he does, he head highs people.
Yeah, that's all good.
He's like Tiny Milne.
Perfect for the Bulldogs.
Perfect for the Bunnies.
Yeah. No, perfect for
I
the
wouldn't
Bulldogs.
say no to him.
Oh,
Comes
it's
over,
head
we'll
contact.
We'll just make him wrestle the whole team. And then he'll be alright.
Fletcher Sharp, 26.
Oh, okay. Not that the Broncos can sign him. We got bloody Reese, but I like Fletcher Sharp. I'd love to see him at a team where he can play fullback. I'd like to see him have a go. I don't want him to be like a Matt Moylan and just disappear. Be like this prospect that was supposed to be something that just sort of fell off the face of the earth.
Oh.
Is Grant a player like Grant Anderson, right? Who clearly should be starting on a team but can't crack the storm, and then when their players are injured, he comes on and just fucking almost wins player of the game. Surely someone's got to look at him.
Can they? He's
Yeah,
off contract, is he?
He's off contract at 25.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
okay.
he's able to surely a team's got to be looking his way. I mean, I know Josh Adokars just come off contract.
I feel like he could be a player that could go to the Dragons and fit their mold.
What be their new
Mr. Fix It.
Zach
I don't know if he'll
Lomax?
be that bomb squad, but I think he'll be a Mr. Fix It. Also, Lomax, just stick to your side of the field, bro. I don't want to see you playing the Kiwis again, catching bombs off both sides of the field, bro. Stick to your side, mother flugger.
Well, you didn't like Kenny just saying, "Yeah, brother, that's all you." Why the fuck
I'm
are
just
you
saying,
here and
my
not on
boy.
that wing?
Now he's all over it. Every kick he's after. It's going to be so annoying watching Parramatta just do that next year. That's all they're going to do.
I mean, if it worked for Ben Hunt and Zach Lomax, you'd assume it'd be go up a level when it's Mitchie Moses and Zach Lomax.
Another name, Trindle.
Oh yes, Trindle.
Trindle is
Haven't
off
they
contract
re-signed
in
him?
25. Nah, not yet. Well, at least not that I've seen.
I don't think he goes unless he wants to be the guy.
Well, I mean, their guy isn't the guy.
I feel as though he
What-
can just naturally become the guy there and just shift Nico to
So
6.
yeah. So the thing is, that's what they said they're going to do next year.
Yeah.
Is that Trindle's going to be the 7, Nico's going to be the 6, but then
Isn't Nico a fullback?
no.
He was a halves coming through, and then he played fullback for the Storm, and then when he got a start, transitioned back. But he's a runner, I feel. He's one of the few that can do both run and play, but he's best when he runs first.
Yeah. And when he's got a
So
little less responsibility.
Yeah, less responsibility. It should free up his game and just let him be him. You know, let him try shit and let Trindle fucking
Be
lead the
Himmy
pack around.
Hines.
Yeah. The other one is Daniel Atkinson.
Oh yeah, I like him.
He's the other half there who
Oh, I feel as though
he's off contract in 25.
I think he's good in patches. I
He's a
guess
great
because I haven't
utility.
seen him. Yeah, just because I haven't seen him for like a whole be in one spot
Yeah.
regularly over time.
Great utility.
Honestly, if I was the Cowboys, I'd go get him. Dearden, you're the full-time 7 now, brother.
Nah.
Yeah, I think Dearden's a 6.
I need him to pass the ball.
He's got the
He's a
best
6.
dummy. He's got the best
Yeah.
fucking dummy and go in the game.
You know it's coming.
What's
and
he
you
passing
still
the
fall
ball
for
for?
it. Yeah.
Because his outside backs have people betting on them to score.
Yeah, that's the selfish reason. There's no actual
They
logic
should know
in that.
he's a dummy and go type of player.
Yeah, they should
He's
have
been selling
betting
their
on
dummy
edge.
for years, and people have been buying it for years.
Some of us have rules about betting on players outside of Dearden.
Yeah.
And then
Some
when
of them
Australia
didn't
comes to the mix, we think, maybe he does pass.
No.
Nah, man.
They got him there to do his dummy and go, not to all of a sudden be a different player.
Yeah, you can't change someone's fabric. That's embedded in his DNA. He's been doing that dummy since he was a child. He ain't never passed it. You ask his childhood teammates. I ain't got no tries.
He been living off that dummy, man. Been getting him paid.
Other players? Mulitalo?
Yeah, where's he go, though? Where does he go?
I don't think he goes anywhere.
Nah.
I think he's a Sharks through and through.
I don't know, man. I could see it.
I'll send him back to a Queensland team. Back home, he reckons.
Send him where? Do you want him at the
what?
Tigers?
Brother, when shit Staines is our... Charlie Staines.
He's not anymore.
Not starting winger. Is he not?
No, surely you start Tareva and Skelton.
Yeah.
Would they not be your wingers?
No.
You don't reckon?
Nah.
You'd rather have Staines over both of them.
No. There's one of them that's definitely starting winger. This other guy that came from the Bulldogs.
Do you guys have enough on the books to
I told
spend
you.
on a winger?
He's good out of yardage, just defense. Suspect.
We do.
Very
You
suspect.
do?
I don't know. It's
Because like
we
you
had
probably
2
have
mil.
the money, but is it enough to just waste on one winger versus other positions?
Yeah, man. We got Jerome coming.
Yeah, I think he might need a prop more than he just need a winger.
Yeah.
You telling me 850k for David Clemmer's not good money?
Yeah.
Where's he going?
It's good for Clemmer, of course.
Yeah.
Of course it's good for Clemmer.
He's going just nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do you guys have money that you're gonna, willingly spend on a wing upgrade rather than a front row upgrade?
Yep.
Is that for Grant Anderson?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Because how much have you got on the books that he's going to spend on a winger?
I don't know.
That
We
you're
had
hopeful.
we had 2 mil, and then we signed a bunch of our upgraded. We signed I don't know. I actually don't know how much we have now.
Yeah, he's got Jack Bird and then Luai. They take up probably 3/4 of
Hunt.
your 2 mil.
No. Luai, it was 2 mil after Luai.
Royce Hunt.
Oh yeah,
Royce Hunt and
Taruva.
Jack Bird weren't included in the 2 mil.
And then you got Taruva.
He was included in the. We had 2 mil after him.
Skelton.
Who
Can't
did you
remember that
lose?
much.
How he's got 2 mil? Papali, Stefano.
Papali, Stefano.
Did you lose
and
another one?
change.
Adam Dewey is on like way less.
Oh, yeah, he got a reduced contract there.
He got a massively reduced contract.
He should have just left.
Caesar's gone.
Caesar.
Ooh, you still got Brent Naden.
Yeah.
Gross.
You know he's playing 6 for
Well, lads.
the fucking New South Wales Wooden Spooners.
Who?
I don't know, whichever bloody team. The Magpies, the Tigers, I don't know which one it is, but whichever team he's playing for in the New South Wales Cup, he was playing 6.
It's probably just no one else.
Unless they've upgraded Nakota, he is off contract in 25.
I assumed I'd upgrade him.
Oh, they have to. They have to, but yeah, he's off contract. Teague Wilton's off contract. The Sharks have so many players off contract.
I want Hazelton. If I could take someone from their team, it would be Hazelton. I like him.
Hazelton's good.
I think it might be, I honestly think it's Kennedy, the one that's going to end up leaving.
Well, they've got two really good young fullbacks, apparently. They've got that Icing kid, and then they've got Dykes.
Like, he's good, but he's just not... I don't think he puts you over the edge, Like, he's just one of those solid players. Solid first-grade NRL player. But nowadays, it feels like you need, in order to compete with the elites, you kind of need a next-level fucking almost borderline elite fullback. And I just don't think he's in that class. Maybe, I'd say solid B tier. Would I put him in A tier? I'm not too sure, but definitely not S tier. So he might be the one that should be looking for a new team. And
Will Kennedy.
Yeah, where he goes, I don't know, but
there are going to be a lot of fullbacks. I feel like there's going to be a lot of fullbacks that are going to be going to the Super League.
You know what these fullbacks need to start doing, right? Getting their ball playing together and shift to the halves. They need to realise that the market isn't at fullback. The market is a half. So if you got a chance to learn how to be a half and play as a half, fucking go.
You know what will get you more money? Learn how to convert goals. That is a big thing in this league. Look, the Warriors, without Sean Johnson, who's kicking for them next season?
Pompey.
So that means Pompey has a starting spot?
Yep.
Because Tuopiki just re-upped. He's a good kicker. But who's he starting over? Are they shifting Nick Crossstead to 6? And Tuopiki plays fullback next season.
There might be. Who's it? The 6 is the same, right?
Trialing it.
Maybe.
Oh, Metcalf.
Yeah,
Metcalf shifts to 7. Yeah.
Well, Metcalf was 5 games.
Metcalf and Tamari Martin. Because Metcalf did re-sign halfway through the season.
Dude. Tamari Martin, Tamari Martin and the Metcalf halves pairing.
Jojo Fafita, what you up to, brother?
Yo, Fafita.
He not going.
25. Born in Dunedin.
Eh?
Dunedin, New Zealand.
He's a Dunners boy.
Yep.
Damn. But to be fair, he wouldn't get a spot on our Kiwis team because...
If he could kick.
Can he?
If he could kick.
If he could, man.
I think you'd have to be in like an elite level kicker to kick off Jermaine Osaka off the team because he's I'll definitely say at worst A tier, A+ tier in terms of like kicking in the NRL general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there are not
like
many.
Osaka,
ain't many better than him.
He is. Yeah, he. I think he got the better of Lomax in that duel in terms of goal kicking on Sunday night.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just...
I'd love to see it, though. Jojo Fafita, is he Māori? He played for, I'll say, Māoris last year.
There's one of the Fafitas that did.
It was Jojo.
Yeah, from Dunners, yeah.
And then Olofiana Khan-Pereira was on the Indigenous winger.
Ngāti was it? Fucking Kaitahu, is he?
Ooh, probably.
Oh, is Jordan Ricky from Waikato?
Hey?
Is Jordan Ricky, is he whakapapa to Waikato?
Yeah.
I thought so. I just heard the haka. Sure. Yeah. I heard the haka and they did that one. And I was like, that's where you whakapapas to.
Pretty sure.
Must be.
And then just grew up down south.
Yeah. Fuck, I
One
can't
player we
stand
haven't
that
talked
hooker.
about.
Who? Daly?
No, Brandon Smith.
Nah. I don't know, man. I need to see his performance next year before I figure out who's going to talk to him.
He, I don't know, just needs to get back to basics, I think. I think he
Yeah.
kind of got in his head a little bit, just because, he's somewhat of like a off-field star. Like, everyone knows, Brandon Smith.
Hector
And,
Cheese.
yeah. He can be good when he wants to, it's just whether he's willing to put in the work. I mean, maybe he just goes back to playing the position that got him on the map in the first place. Just goes back to being 13. Or like the ball playing fucking lock. Or coming off the bench. Him as a 14's just fucking next level.
That's kind of with Brandon. He needs to go to a team that's going to utilize him how he plays 9.
Yeah.
Because it's not the Roosters. He's not getting back at Melbourne. It's certainly not the Bunnies. You heard Damien Cook when he was like, "Oh yeah, Wayne was coming back. I knew I was gone." Wayne wants a 9 that's just going to pass the ball to Cody. He doesn't want a 9 that's going to run. So yeah, BNGG make the call. Tigers, let's go get him.
Hey, Tigers, you reckon?
Yeah, man. I feel sorry for Appy when he has to play 80.
I was
I
hoping we
didn't
would
see that.
look at him at the Bulldogs, but then I was also hoping that he would want to just play lock, or if he was going to make the transition full time to be a 9.
Where
Oh,
can
where
he
would
go?
he go?
Was he to the Warriors?
That's what I was just thinking. Actually, does he go home?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking because
Swap
like,
for
there's not a
Egan.
lot of places you're really going to go where you might have it. Does he have a chance to win the Warriors? No.
Nah. No.
Put him behind that forward pack though.
But he
Like,
will be
far
close
out.
to Waiheke. he'll be home.
I feel like he's built too much of a personal brand outside of rugby league in Australia that'd be a career killer for him post
Yeah,
NRL
true
for
that,
him to
eh?
move back home.
Yeah.
Like he's got that podcast with that pommy cunt.
James Graham.
That's the one. He's also got, I think he's modelled a few clothing brands and shit over there. So he's built a life outside of the NRL.
He's
More
kind of
so
got
than
more
going
things,
home.
more things going on outside the NRL.
It looks like he's off to Manly.
In the
Oh, yeah,
NRL.
true.
Yeah.
I hate those colours would look ugly on him. I'd definitely not be able to support him. I can't stand Manly.
Yeah, Manly, I don't know.
If he can play with Turbo, I might accept it.
What do you mean Turbo? Turbo got to play like 4 games a year.
Yeah, all good. And then he's going to play with
Then, yeah.
And then
I'm
if he
all
gets
in.
injured,
I'm all
then
in on
Kola.
Lehi Hopewadi. He needs to come to the Bulldogs.
What do we think about that situation over in Manly? Do we think they switch Turbo to centre and play Lehigh at the back?
Eventually, do they do it next year? I don't think
Yeah.
so. Maybe the
Yeah,
year
that's
after. A lot will depend on what Turbo wants to do. If Turbo says, yeah, I'll make the move, I think they make the move. But if he says, nah, what's Sebo
I
going to do?
think
No,
Turbo's gonna
you're
do whatever
going
the
there.
club asked him to, because I mean he's
no,
already
man.
asked the club if he can take a pay cut, and the NRL said no.
And he's an idiot for doing that. Why would you give up money, you dumb
He's
cunt?
a team player. He's for the boys.
I think a
Sometimes
lot
you
of it
gotta
depends
be
on
for
if he gets
yourself.
injured again. If he gets like a long-term injury again,
Brother, what do
he
you mean
might
if?
just be like, huh?
Because it's not a matter of if, but when.
Some players have runs, have injury runs, you know?
His haven't stopped running.
Yeah, he's in the middle of it at the moment.
This is a marathon of injuries.
To quote
The last time he wasn't
KSI, he's in the
injured.
thick of it.
Fucking.
Yeah, when
Last
was the
time he wasn't
played a
injured.
full season?
He won the Dally M.
Yeah.
Quite convincingly, I might add. Fuck, it
When was
wasn't
that,
even
like-
close.
20,
And
was
it shouldn't have been.
20
It shouldn't have been
That
the
was-
fucking way he played.
It was just stupid how he played that year.
Yeah.
What year was that?
Was it a COVID year? 2019 or 2020?
21?
Might have been 21.
21.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, he's silly. I guess that's what happens, right? When you're given that amount of God-given ability, much is to be given. Also, there has to be the Achilles heels to that. The Achilles heel is that you just have to be injured every so often.
Yeah,
Or
what happened to Nico
or
Hines? Nico Hines got the
very
mental health
often.
issues after he won his medal. Kalen Ponga got injured. So what does Jerome Hughes have in store for him? Is this the Madden curse?
No.
No.
Madden cover
If
curse?
if
He
if
will he
it's
will break the curse.
if it's Jerome, it'll just be the Panthers curse. It'll be the Panthers curse continued.
Well, it's gonna be.
Could you
something.
imagine that? But if that happens, like,
What?
damn.
If Melbourne drop off?
Yeah. There's just not a
I
world
don't
where that
see it.
happens, right?
I don't see it.
Surely not.
No, I can't
That'd be
imagine.
crazy.
Unless they get riddled with injuries like the Broncos did this season, it's not happening.
Yeah. Actually, though, can we talk about Manly real quick for next year?
Sure.
Yeah, go,
What's
shoot.
there to say?
Yeah.
Is Lehigh in their team next year? Like they're starting fully
What, they
fit.
got Talau, Kula, Garrick. Who's that other winger?
Sub. Yeah, I was just thinking about it because I was like, oh, if Lehigh goes to fullback, do they push Garrick to the wing because they need a goal kicker? And then I remembered they have Sub. So I was like, oh,
I think
So that means Tommy Talau goes.
Tommy, eh?
I think he does, yeah. You kind of have to keep him
Sorry
there
about him, mate.
after the end of the season.
I don't know.
Nah. I don't think anyone's moving Garrick off that kicking tee anytime soon.
But I was just saying, if he can kick, then there's that potential that Garrick goes. Because outside of kicking, Garrick's not like an amazing centre. He's not world-beating centre.
He's fairly
does a
fairly
job.
solid defensively.
The other thing is, though, does a job.
The other thing is, though, he's a good passer for a centre. There are a ton of centres who would do who get the ball in position that he does, and they would just duck their head and go. And he's happy for the man outside of him to have his glory.
I get that. Like he does a great job at what he does, but he's not like a game changer. Like he's not like a.
He's a solid player, right?
Yeah,
he does the little things, dirty work, does his role.
He's a pawn, man. He's a pawn. In a chess game, he's a pawn.
Any chance we see Turbo at 6?
No chance.
I don't know if he's got the.
Why would you put him at 6 for? You want him to run, not to pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can run at 6. His 7 is daily for next year. Like
his brother is better off at 6.
But he's better running off people, right? Like the inside ball he gets from or you just give it to him early and he goes 1-on-1, burn you. Added the responsibility of have to set other people up? Nah.
Daily, you cannot just stay on the right. You've got to move around because we're going to have Tommy play off you.
It's going to be, what's it called? It's a great problem for Manly to have next year, right? It's a great problem for them to be able to have the depth that they do have to cover a lot of those outside backs positions, those skill positions, which not a lot of clubs have. I know one up in Queensland that don't have a lot of cover at the outside back positions. That, when a player goes down, that's it. That's it. I think our depth got even worse this year too, because what's his name? Little Sailor went to Super League.
Oh, is that where he ended up? Yeah, well, like Manly, we talk about does Lehi Hopewadi make the team? Well, he probably does because Turbo just wants to be injured half the season. So at full strength, does he make the team? I'd say I would have him in the team, whether he does or not, but they always seem to need a back because one of them is always injured. So he's kind of always gets in that way because someone's always injured.
Yeah, well, that's why I had to say, right? At full strength, is he starting?
Yeah.
Because, Talau misses games. Cole's missed a few games. Saab misses games.
Yeah, they all miss games. I don't know.
Misses games. Garrick's the one that doesn't miss games.
Doesn't miss games, yeah. Yep.
Well, then I guess by default he won't be leaving the squad.
Yeah. Just thinking about that.
Let's quickly wrap up with our Samoan game. I didn't catch this, so it's between you two to discuss it, and I'll just throw out some questions I have based around whatever you guys say.
Yeah. I watched the first half and fell asleep.
Hey, that says it all, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Um,
I mean, the game also started at 3:30 a.m. So you know.
rough time, eh? I watched about 5 minutes of the first half. I think what I caught was the Radley try when Herbie kind of just made a semi break. Did the old, what is it, the Gidley or the Sunny Bull flick pass? But even from the highlights that I've seen, England look good. They're a good team, man. They're really good, eh? I think they could. Actually, I might
Oh,
actually
they
pick
got
them to beat
Herbie.
us.
Yeah,
And
man.
then them and Aussie that'd be a great contest to watch. Samoa, I think, with any of those tier 2 nations, as good as they are, when you're missing key players, it shows. So they need Crichton. I don't know if Linu played or if he was part of that crew too that didn't go over. Um,
Oh,
they
was that
miss
because of
players
the
like that
wedding?
though. Yeah, yeah. So
How come the
it's
bro
just
was over there?
No, no, no,
Luai.
no, no. I think Linu is injured
Oh,
because
um,
they moved that series back a week because of Critter's wedding.
mm,
Because they were like, we can't have all these guys miss the goddamn series. Like,
yeah.
That is true. That is true.
And I guess Luai, because he was named captain. I wonder if he wasn't named captain, if he would have missed it as well. I
I'm just
guess
looking at the
you never know.
stats. Our boy D Mariner, the best winger in the comp. 2 tries.
Yeah. His first one was off an intercept. It was like one of the last plays of the
Yeah.
first half. And then that second try they got was. There was a good work try. It was just like hands, bit of back and forth, offloading. He was the one that finished, which is weird because I'm pretty sure it wasn't his wing that they scored on. Well, I didn't think it was. I could be wrong about that though. Yeah.
So
They
is it
just
Mariner or would be their 2 wingers if it was the all healthy team?
Yep. Yeah, because Skelton just leads in too many tries. He just rushes off the edge too much. He does a lot of good work offensively. It's more defense. That's why he could never cement a spot on our team. It was just too many defensive lapses. And I think it showed too in one of the highlights. I seen him rush out the line, pretty much give away the try. But yeah, I think they're just missing a few too many key players. Tong Samoa. And I mean, when you're England and you know you lost that semi final at home, obviously you have that revenge factor, so you'll want to pretty much beat them as best as you can. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
England are good. They are good. They are really good.
Yeah, when I was watching the first half, they like if Samoa had their full forward pack, I think they potentially would have steamrolled them because just both basically a lot of sets weren't going 40 meters. It was 25 and a long kick, 30 and a long kick. Like there were just so many sets that were starting. Like you'd catch it on your 20. So you're starting it up maybe 30, 35, sometimes 40. Like it just like the sets weren't going, like that 40, 45, 50 meters. And that was at the start when everyone was fresh. Just the biggest issue for Samoa was all 3 of the tries in the first half came off a 6 again, came off 2 penalties. That was how they scored England. And then even Samoa's one, they gave away a 6 again. It's an offload. It's a Burgess offload to the 9. The 9, for whatever reason, has like a 5 or 6-on-2 overlap on the outside. Says, all good, brother. I'm throwing the long ball and Mariner picks it off. That's how Samoa scored in the first half. On attack, George Williams and
Was it Harry Smith?
let's see. I've written the name down here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. That might be it. I've written Smith. Yeah, Harry Smith. Yeah, so those 2 had really nice touches. In the first try that England scored, Nana gave away a 6 again. They kind of just rolled down a little bit. Then they went out to their left side. They played their 13, played out the back to, I think it was Harry Smith, who, bro, Milford jammed him. and it just real quick, nice, just catch and pass out to Kai Piss-Paul. Kai Piss-Paul then played out the back to George Williams. Mariner shot on him, and if that pass from George Williams is a split second later, Mariner probably picks it off, or he just smacks Williams. But yeah, so they get it off to Herbie. Herbie kind of steps back, and then he crashes over. Their second try was a really nice short side play. They went. Who was it?
Is that the one where
I think Harry
it goes
Smith?
Victor Radley first, and then he plays out the back?
No. They went short side. Short side. It was 7, 6, 4, 2 or 5, whichever one the win was. It was that. They used Herbie as a decoy. One of the halves got it. Played up the back of Herbie. I think they might have got No, it wasn't Mariner. Milford was out strangely wide. Milford was one of the. Milford was one of them. One of the defenders out there. He was out there strangely wide.
Because Skelton jammed somewhere where he shouldn't have.
Nah, Skelton was the other side of the field. It was Mariner's side of the game. But yeah, they went short side there. Ashton went over and scored. And then the other one, they set to go Skelton's way. They just dropped it off to Wellesby, who just kind of came cut back inside. And then of all people, George Williams just ran a crash ball off of Molo's shoulder. And Nano was somehow, there was a massive gap. It was Molo, and then there was Nana, like probably 5 meters to the side of him. That's how big the gap was. And yeah, George Williams just kind of hits the hole. Roger tackles him, but like can't hold him, so he just kind of bounces up and goes over. In the second half, couldn't tell you what happened. It's just
Tell you, man, that England team's got a few players that should be playing in the NRL, I reckon. They got
their halves look really good.
Yeah, Harry Smith,
Wellesby
he should have been the one
really
coming
good.
over, not Lewis Dodds. He can't even crack the England team. And he wants to come over here and fucking play in a, I feel as though George Williams, I don't know why one team hasn't given him another call. Probably because I think he's on a mill in Super League. That might have something to do with it. But he's definitely got... Oh, might be pretty close to it. I'd say he's one of the top paid players over there.
It's real tough to figure out what the Super League players are on, eh? Yeah. I had a look at it, and I think their contracts are capped at like a certain amount, but clubs can pay over that.
Those two, and then obviously Jack Wellesby. Everyone knows I'm a fan of him. He needs to come over to the NRL, I reckon. But
he looked good. Herbie looked good.
Yeah, Herbie. I mean, Herbie's, I think, in for a big season. He's on my early list for big improvers, maybe.
Yeah. By the way, he ended the season.
He's on my list for biggest disappointments our team let go.
Someone had to go, man.
They just give us more money for salary cap.
Bro, if it was went off your backers, because I feel as though us Bulldogs will all of a sudden be paying everyone $1 million.
I feel like we'd have plenty of money if it went off of that.
The laundry hotel or whatever his name is. Apparently we just cracked over 10 millions like sponsorship or something.
Shit.
Yeah, man.
And it's pretty much all him. Yeah.
You gotta be doing something right when you could have a chat to a player. Hey, third party brother, come in on all these pubs. Like Jesus.
Hey man. What are your overall thoughts on that game? So who are the missing players for the Samoan side? So we missing Krita, To'o, Lenu, Leota. He's Samoan.
Yeah, but surely he plays for us. Oh.
I feel like he's going to jump on and go with the breathers. But surely him and Fish have that bond. I'm praying on that bond that him and Fish have, that he keeps coming to Kiwis, but I could see him donning that blue jersey one day.
Yep. I could see it
too. I think the biggest thing, right, is who's Samoa's 6? Because it's not Milford. It's not Milford.
Well, at the moment,
No,
it's
isn't it
Milford. Blaze played centre for them.
Isn't it Lukefe? Lukefe Metcalf from the
Uh,
Warriors. All the Samoans, hey, all the Samoan Wah fans, they love Lukefe.
I mean, Dylan Brown, if he goes there,
Oh shit, is he Samoan?
I think so. I think he's like Samoan, Cook Island.
Yeah.
Is he Samoan Māori?
I think he's not Māori.
Fuck.
I could be wrong.
We need some more
But I know
Māoris for the
I know
Māoris
he's
versus Indigenous
Samoan,
brothers.
Cook Island.
Yeah.
Because who's the Māori 6 in that game?
It's Luai.
Oh yeah, because it's Luai and Hughes, eh?
Yeah, if Luai, that's if he wants to.
He never plays for us anymore. Not since like that second game we had. We got pumped in the first year, then we won that second year because we had to stack this team of doom.
Bro, yeah, I remember that team. I was like, there's no way we lose this game.
Bro, that team was elite. Shit, who else is a Samoan 6? Luke Brooks, he's Samoan?
I want to weirdly say no.
Surely got some.
Yeah, I'm going to take a wild guess here. No.
The Whānus, are they Tongan or Samoan?
Tongan.
Tongan. They just need to combine their halves, eh? The Tongan and the Samoans need to combine halves. That'll be good.
Yeah, gee. Surely they got the half-half. Surely there's a half-half.
Who's that? So we can see Milford and Lolo here.
Nah, Katoa and
Can Critter play
on.
6?
He played there once against us and it didn't
Never again.
Yeah, they just asked him to do too much. They took away his running because of it. Yeah.
The Samoan side, though, if healthy, if the next World Cup's going to be deadly, if they get Payne Haas on side.
Yeah.
Was it you that said
and
that
Tino.
there's like a bunch of them that are going to go play for them? Oh,
yeah.
The rumor is that
they're rumoured. Obviously, it's all the injured players that are rumoured to play for them.
Yeah.
So you take that with a grain of salt, but I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it just to see Aussie crippled.
I'll be honest, I would hate to see it.
Oh no, same because I will get pumped, but you know.
No, because I also looked at it when we did that exercise before, and I was like, there's a lot of players who are eligible for New Zealand who are also eligible for Samoa.
Yeah, it's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Like
all of our team almost, except for the white ones. I think Big Griff is the only one that's not going anywhere.
Yeah, Griff. That's my guy.
Big Griff.
That's our guy.
That's our guy.
That's our guy.
Ever since the boys' trip last year, I've been high on Big Griff. Gee, who did that photo? The Kiwis photo? Who organised that back row? Because it's like giant, and then I think it was like Timoko or some shit at the back there. It was like Big Griff, Papali'i, Jordan Ricky, all in the back row, and then there's Timoko. I'll try and find the photo and I'll send it.
They should have made it Kenny.
But yeah, it was wild. It was wild. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps up our episode for today. If you liked this episode, why don't you go ahead to our Patreon? I'm kidding. We don't have Patreon. You can't donate shit to us.
I was like, Patreon?
Man, as we watching, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the, what do they call them? The solar systems. Thank you for the, man, we ain't getting nothing. We ain't getting no gratitude. Thank you for the views. Appreciate it. We're super grateful to you and all your friends around the world. Keep listening to the practice run. Keep it locked. Keep it loaded, because we'll be bringing you the hottest hip hop and R&B on Flavor FM 93.6 Flavor FM. All right, I'm getting off task. What am I doing? Wrapping up. Thank you all so much, near and far, no matter who you are. Thank you for listening to the practice run. Like, comment, subscribe, and all those good things. And don't forget, head over to www.99dreams.co.nz and cop yourself a hoodie, a hat, or a baseball jersey, ladies and gentlemen. That is all from me. We have Afterpay.
Firstly, I'm going to give a shout out in this outro. Shout out to, I think it's Mellow Studios for those national anthems. Brother, they are hit and miss for so much. I actually felt like, the New Zealand national anthem was on for once. You know? So yeah, I'm giving them a shout out. I think that's what they were called. But yeah, other than that, shout out 99 Dreams. And yeah, as Ralph said in the earlier in the thing, go buy a hat, go buy a baseball jersey, go buy a hoodie. They have Afterpay. And yeah, if you're gonna play Challenge at 6A, actually give them the ball. There you go.
We'll get into that on Thursday's episode. Make sure you come back if you want to not miss any berating that we do of Stacey, because it's welcome on this show now. Stacey, if you fucked this up, I don't care what you've done for the Warriors, what you've done for this country. You as a coach is what we are judging.
There you go, T. What you got for us, man?
Oh, yes. What do I have? Yes, another episode in the books for us. The first time seeing the Kiwis play all years. Wasn't quite, well, I guess it's what we expected, but we hope for a little bit more. Hopefully the boys will be back next week. And we just wanted to do a quick shout out. We didn't quite mention it, but the Kiwis might not have did well, but boy, our other teams did. Our Silver Ferns completed the whitewash of the Aussie team. So shout out to the girls. And it wasn't even close to. I'm pretty sure they won every game by like double digits. Talk about hiding.
We got one more to go.
One more to go.
It's 3-0, right? There's one more to go, yeah.
But 3-0.
3-0 is the way to go. And who else won? We've actually had a few teams. Oh, shout out to the Black Caps, who just celebrated not only their first win in India for a very, very long time, but it's also the first time Black Caps have won a test series in India, which is no easy feat. I think that was their first loss at home in like 12 odd years. And again, it wasn't even close to. Pretty sure we smoked them in both tests. I don't know if there's one more to go.
The first one?
Bro, that Santner, the spinner. It's the way, he just absolutely shredded them. Virat Kohli doing nothing. Rohit Sharma also doing nothing. So shout out to the boys. What else do we have in
the first time? I think it's like the fourth or fifth test series loss in India in the past 25 years.
Yeah. I mean, that is their national sport, right? Cricket to them is what rugby is to us. So they are expected, like the All Blacks, to not only never lose, but to also win convincingly. So to beat them in a series.
Can we not shout out the All Blacks?
Oh, look, man. Shout out to the All Blacks. They beat Japan.
Nah, you guys suck.
You guys
suck. You were bad. You were bloody bad.
Yeah.
Aussie might have beaten that team.
Not far off it. There's growing pains. We'll see what they like, because now the real games begin when they want to play over in the Northern Hemisphere. 3 tough series, or then followed by a 4th not so tough one. So we're going to see what the All Blacks are made of. But we will leave it there. Hopefully the boys can get up next week. We will get everyone back here on Thursday for the preview show. Until then, whānau, stay safe. Chur to the chur. Mā te wā.
Good